It has absolutely no fanfare with this, no real momentum, no controversy. It's pretty plain Jane series. It's 2-1. It's not a
Some good
huge.
hockey, though.
Yeah, I mean it's fundamentally sound hockey, but who wants to watch fundamentally sound? I mean,
Well,
do you want
you
to
still got some star power with McDavid. He's bringing back Oilers hockey.
bring in
like,
hockey back?
Like,
San Jose Sharks don't know how to act.
they consider him the next Gretzky, and he's certainly shown flashes of that. So
The next key.
yeah,
I just have a gut feeling that the Sharks are going to win this because they're not from Canada.
they're from San Jose. They have to manufacture their ice year round.
Okay, so do the Stars. I'm a huge Stars fan. When I say huge Stars fan, I just mean literally my body is huge.
Those warmer climate teams, man, they're just not used to it. They can't.
Tell that to Jamaica Bobsled.
I'll never disrespect the Jamaican bobsled team.
But I mean, look at all the teams that are from warmer climates. All right, not the Rangers, not the Penguins, not the Blue Jackets, not the Senators or Bruins. I'm doing a real good job. Nashville Predators, San Jose Sharks, Anaheim Ducks.
That's Anaheim's in freaking
California.
Yeah, but it's Northern Cali, isn't it?
Yeah, but Northern California is still like Maryland on the East Coast.
That's true.
Yeah, you still got Oregon and Washington.
Warmer. Yeah, and they don't get much snow either. They get a bunch of rain.
Yeah, and then St. Louis is far enough south to where it's warm this time of year. Missouri.
Yeah, I mean they still get winter though.
Yeah, but either way, I'm taking the Sharks because Canada. Because not Canada, actually. I guess.
And your blame Canada. You might as well be in the South Park movie.
I can certainly tell you my head is not split. All right, so
your beady little eyes and your heart so full of lies.
Right. So I got Sharks, you got Oilers. That's our second disagreement. Moving on to another Canadian team versus a team from Canada or Florida. My goodness, Canadian team versus a team from California. We got the Calgary Flames versus the Anaheim. Should still be Mighty Ducks.
Yes, I wish it was.
Yeah, I think we all wish it was. Calgary's the other Western Conference. Not playing. Words are escaping me today, and I feel really bad about it. They're the other wild card team.
Yes.
From the West, and they are being absolutely manhandled by the Ducks, who have a great history and tradition of good hockey, despite them being from California.
The Ducks are up 3-0 in the series, and they look dominant. They look like they, could very well be the favorite for the Western Conference. I think the series, is going to be over in one more game.
Probably.
Not much to talk about because
I mean they got some really good scoring going on, a lot of points. Theodore, he's got 5 points. Kevin Baseka has 4 assists. So again, it's been the theme for these teams that are winning: unselfish, good team hockey. And that's exactly why they're up 3-0 right now over the Calgary Flames. So I believe I don't even need to ask. You said Ducks. I say Ducks. So I think the Ducks are going to take it, like you said, in 4 games. I really don't see Calgary posing much of a threat. So I think we're safe to move on to the final game. This is one that actually makes me a little salty.
St. Louis,
Minnesota Wild versus St. Louis Blues. Minnesota last year, the team that bounced my Dallas Stars, and a team that I might add going into the playoffs, was the favorite to win the Stanley Cup. And they didn't because they, for whatever reason, couldn't beat Minnesota at home and could only beat them on the road. And unfortunately for Dallas, they had the 4 home games. So, Minnesota Wild, St. Louis Blues, Zach Parise, he leads the Wild with 3 points, 2 goals and an assist. Schwartz, on the other hand, leads the Blues with the exact same stat line. St. Louis leads the series 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, I thought going into it that I would favor the Wild, but 3-0 again. I think you gotta give it to the Blues. I think they're doing a really great job of screening the goalie. They're generating a ton of traffic in front of the net and just making it impossible for Dubnyk to make a save when
they're crafty.
When he can't see the puck until it's already flying past his head, then he can't exactly grab it. And hockey's low scoring, so those couple things can really change a game. We were talking about analytics before because I showed you that Sports Illustrated article that just discussed pure analytics, and I think they actually favored the Wild to take the Stanley Cup based purely on analytics, and that's why you can't ever base things purely on analytics because look at the series that I can't see the Blues losing at this point.
Anytime that you have a system like that you are going to use to predict something, or even if you're a team trying to implement something that you've come up with this crazy system, let's say, for example, Moneyball, the A's with only, finding the best of the bad.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job of getting through the regular season, but as you see in the playoffs, regular season means absolutely nothing.
Right.
They didn't win anything. The Wild aren't going to win anything. Let's just use the Cowboys, the number 1 seed in the NFC last season. They didn't win anything. So I think the one thing that in major professional sports, the regular season means absolutely nothing for the postseason. And you're seeing that right now with the Chicago Blackhawks and the Nashville Predators.
Right. And now check this out with regard to the screening. I think that's the major difference here because the Wild have a 117 to 79 advantage in shots on goal, and that's leading the playoffs. And they've attempted 228 shots to just 142 for St. Louis. They've won, I think they're at like 59% of the faceoffs. And
it's like Rangers Game 3 numbers. 12 shots in 2 periods.
Yeah. But they have way fewer shots, but they're getting in front of Dubnyk or Dubnyk. I read a lot about hockey. I don't really discuss it.
It doesn't matter.
The Wild are doing nothing to distract Jake Allen, and he stopped, 114 out of 117 shots because he can see it coming a mile away, and
you know what they should do? They should dress one of their players as a clown to go out there
and just distract him.
Squirt him with like one of those flowers. I do not condone cheating. But I think the Minnesota Wild,
they need to screen. I think Parise was just saying that.
They need to play more physical. That's who the Wild are. They're not playing physical enough.
Yeah.
The Wild are one of those teams that I was talking about.
But they're also a high-powered offense, and
they're physical.
Get in front of the goalie and just let him watch you shoot at him, you're not going to score.
They're not a speed offense. They're a wear-you-down power offense. They're going to shoot it hard. They're going to get the rebound. They're going to put it in. That's what they do, and it's what they haven't been doing. They're not out skating
They need to get
teams.
in front of They need to just get in front of the net and try and do those little chip-ins, and
Yeah.
take some deep slap shots and just redirect.
They don't disguise the puck very well. Like you had said, they can see it from a mile away.
And the Blues are doing an excellent job of it. And if the Wild could certainly adjust, I think that's one of the games, one of the series where, like with the Blackhawks, it's unlikely, but they are certainly a threat to come back. You let them win one more, although in this case, this Game 4 is in St. Louis, so it's certainly going to be harder for the Wild to win. But they're always a threat just because they're a very high-powered offense.
Right. So, do you think the Blues will get the sweep in St. Louis?
I think they could. I am favoring them, but I don't think they should, celebrate until it's over.
Right. So, what's your prediction? Who wins the series?
Blues. I'm still
Blues.
saying Blues, but
okay.
If the Wild pull this one out and then they're back on home ice, then it could be anyone's series.
Right. And just a quick update. In the third period, Blue Jackets are up 4-2. Evgeny Malkin now has 7 points. He got an assist on a Ron Hainsey goal. So that's 7 points for Evgeny Malkin.
Yeah.
Still very little for Sidney Crosby.
And two goals is not enough for the Blue Jackets to be up by. I don't think for them to be comfortable, at least. They could certainly win with that. But
against any other team.
You're facing the Penguins. You need to keep scoring. You want to be up by like 5 goals.
Because you know what's going to happen. Just like with the Olympics, Sidney Crosby's going to turn it on at the right time, and he's going to beat you.
Yep.
But 2 goals against any other team, though, I'd feel confident.
You gotta feel pretty good. Rangers are up 2-1 against the Canadiens with 4:34 left in the third. Certainly not a safe area. They were up by 1 goal in the first 2 games and won 1 and lost 1. So
it's very chippy.
I'm certainly nervous. Oh yeah, they've been fighting this whole series, and it's been good. Both teams, certainly not afraid to go at it.
All right, so that does it for our breakdown of the NHL playoffs. That's as best as we're going to get because we have so much to talk about on other things in so little time. So now we're just going to shift to our prediction. Who do you think is going to win the Stanley Cup? Give me the matchup. Who's in it? Who wins it?
I think Tony gave us his prediction early because he's not going to be here.
Yeah. I'll give his.
Yeah.
He has Ducks versus Penguins. Penguins win.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very solid prediction. I'd probably have to agree with that. As much as I hate the Penguins, they're the most complete team. And Ducks are certainly looking like they can take the West.
The battle of the awkward birds, as I put it earlier.
Yeah.
So you're going to go Ducks Penguins as well?
Yeah.
You think Penguins are going to win it?
I think Penguins are going to win it.
I have 2 different teams. And I'm sorry to tell you, I have the Montreal Canadiens. And I have the St. Louis Blues, with the Blues winning the Stanley Cup.
Interesting. That's an interesting choice.
I'm feeling really smart right now. After making this pick a while ago, feeling pretty good about the Blues.
The Canadiens are certainly a very good team. I'm certainly worried about this series as a Rangers fan. And I think either of these teams could make a push. The Blues are interesting. What rank were they in the regular season? Were they a wild card or were they?
No, they weren't the wild card.
Okay.
Let's take a quick look.
Oh, good hit by Zibanejad.
They were number 5.
Zibanejad just took down Plekanec.
Either 5 or 6, depending on. I don't know how the tiebreaker went.
Okay.
They have 99 points, same as San Jose.
Okay.
46 and 29, 7 OTL. It's pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't see the West winning the Cup this year. I I think the East is better, and I think the Eastern